war. War never changes. Or does it? The war has changed. Did it? The answer is no. Unless it is yes. No, of course it is.
Here's your
It's
objection.
war.
Blah, 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 blah,
Yes.
secret base.
No.
Blah, 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 blah,
Yes.
plane. Blah, 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 nuclear missile bomb. Blah, 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 counting on you. Utmost importance. Win. Good luck.
Boring. Boring.
I am an enemy too.
Bloody scream! So real.
Boring. Hey, Fox Club Niner. I'm gonna point at you and say something serious to further develop the game's storyline. Oh, I'm dead. Increasing the drama of the story.
Ha ha ha. You cannot stop me unless the game goes into slow motion for some reason and I become easy to shoot.
I have a gravelly voice with a big full accent. I have an eye patch and I wear a nice suit. I hold a nuclear missile bomb. I will never give nuclear missile bomb to you.
Give the nuclear missile bomb to us, leader enemy boss.
Okay.
Greetings, one and all, and welcome to Dramatis Lectio, the show where effectively we're just reading a fanfiction just for the heck of it and see where it goes from here. I'm your host, Devar Akron, and for tonight's reading, I am joined by Hedonistic Actor, aka
Hello.
Matti Mali. Right.
If you have listened any Madhawk Time Masters Dramatis Lectio episodes, you know me from there. Or if you have watched my videos about reviewing movies.
Yes, and me and Matti have worked together on several of Madhog's reading projects, so to speak. And tonight we thought we would try something different where the guest would bring over a fan fiction to read, and we just enjoy or groan at its terribleness depending on the severity of it. So do tell, Matti, what is about this fan fiction that we have chosen for ourselves tonight? Backstory.
Yeah, the fan fiction today is Call of Duty World at War Japanese campaign by Yamagata. And it's a Call of Duty fanfic, as the title might suggest. I have never played Call of Duty, so I don't know
Don't
anything
worry,
about.
neither have I.
Yeah, but
We're outcast to the internet now.
yeah, I searched some a long time ago. I was going to do my own fan fiction, but nothing came out of it. And searched material from it from tvtropes.org, so bad it's good category. And this wasn't the fic I found from there, but I found the author from there and looked at some other work the author in question had, and this came across me. Yeah, that's the backstory. How did I came across with this?
You came across well, my friend, and anyway, so I'll read the synopsis of this, so to speak. Let's see. Follow into the eyes of Private C. Miller. Miller has not been capitalized. And Sergeant Roebuck and others as they fight against the Japanese Empire during World War II. Oh, World War II? So,
Oh.
we're being baited already with history, Matty.
Yeah, we are going patriotic towards country that neither of ours are citizens of.
Yeah, thank goodness for the US that came at the very last minute, right?
Yes. Otherwise, you'll be talking German.
Yes, Sie geil! I'm sorry about that. Alright, right then. I'm a bit of a history buff when it comes to World War II, but not so much when it comes to the US's involvement, other than they were the last people to join in. So anyway, I think we have enough of this, so shall we get on to the fanfiction? Matty, since you're the guest, it's only fair that you would start the reading for us.
Okay. Chapter 1, Little Resistance.
As opposed to heavy resistance.
Yeah. Well, you have to start this story slowly, and then they get their...
Oh yes, the resilience must start slow.
Japan, 1944. The US Army had captured a lot of Japanese-controlled islands during the war in the Pacific. Now Operation Stalemate had begun to grow. The plan was to capture Peleliu Island and cripple the Japanese supplies.
Already, I just love the operation name. Operation Stalemate. Like, we don't want... Guys, we don't want you to win. We don't want you to lose either. We want you to go out there and do okay. So then we can have this moment where we draw and no one wins.
Yeah, but I guess that must feel like something from an average private who is going in the jungles, that they just go forward and kill lots of bad guys and hope that something significant would happen.
Okay, carry on.
On a boat heading for Peleliu, we see Private C. Miller, Sergeant Sullivan, and
Corporal
Roebuck. These men are the old breed who took Mackinac Island. Among them is a new ally named Private Polonsky.
Polonsky? Is that a name?
It might be a Polish name.
It could be, but I don't know.
Polonsky was assigned to Sullivan's squad. As the boat heads for the island, Roebuck looks into the sky and sees bombers heading for the island.
There they go,
Roebuck said. This'll be fun, guys, Miller said.
Bastards ain't gonna know what hit 'em,
Roebuck commented. Miller turned to Sullivan. They?
Sorry, what'd you say? Oh, what?
What's the game plan?
I'm sorry, I got confused then. Who's talking to who?
I think Miller talked to Sullivan.
Alright, you just do Miller.
Yeah. Do you want to do Sullivan?
Oh, right, alright. Navy's been bombing hell out of the island for 2 days straight.
Sullivan explained, then turned to Miller as he continued.
Miller! We hit any resistance on the beach. You get on that radio and call for immediate missile support.
Sullivan finished as a part of the island was hit. Roebuck said to Miller.
Don't think twice.
Then Miller replied. No, Rob.
Roebuck, I want you to up the beach and at that tree line ASAP. You're on point as we move inland.
But Sullivan told his corporal. Roebuck acknowledged.
Got it. And they did. Sorry, I just couldn't help but reference that.
Yeah. This dialogue is rather cliched for this kind of military drama, but I guess it's in a funny kind of way.
It's amusing sort of way, not funny just yet.
Just then, a boat carrying some marines is hit by artillery. The boat catches fire. What the hell? A marine says.
Oh my god!
Oh my god! Miller said. Is that one of ours? Oh.
Polonsky.
Is that one of ours? Polonsky asked. Then the boat blows up, sending marines flying into the water.
Oh my gosh, we're getting serious all of a sudden. Well, we're getting major explosions all of a sudden. Michael Bay just hit the fanfiction.
Yeah.
He slapped it so hard it exploded. Fuck! Oh wait,
Yeah, Rob.
Oh yeah. Fuck! East Ridge! There's a 200mm on the point!
Roebuck points out. Sullivan ordered.
Stay with it, Marine!
Just then, another LVT is shot. Another LVT is hit! Polonsky shouted.
I have no idea what an LVT is, and I'm pretty sure Call of Duty fans will strike us down with an LVT.
Yeah, I have no idea about any military terms. Did you ever go to any military service?
I don't think I would be accepted into a military service anytime soon, considering I am 50 kilograms.
Okay. Yeah, in Finland, military is duty, but I have diabetes, so I was freed from the service. So I don't know any army terms.
Okay.
Okay.
Everyone! Oh wait, it's Sullivan.
Yeah, Sullivan.
Yeah, okay, good. I'm Sullivan. It's everyone. All these army men, are so similar to each other.
Yeah.
Everyone, keep your. Wait, I have to say it like this. Everyone, keep your heads down. You hear me?
Sullivan shouted.
Get down! Get down again!
The driver of the LVD yells, 20 seconds to soar! The boat swerves, but then begins to continue straight for the Peleliu Island.
Hang in there, kid!
As another round hits in front of the LVT, Polonsky shouts, we need to get off this thing!
Get off this thing now!
Just then, the boat gets jammed on the coral.
Driver, drop the ramp! That gun could zero us any time!
Sullivan ordered, but the driver told him, it's the coral! We're stuck on the... Before the driver could finish, something kills him.
Something kills him! Oh my gosh, I'm already connected now with the characters.
Yeah, at least just go straight to action.
Well, I mean, you'd obviously no one loves a character unless he gets killed in the first second. Right. Somebody drop the ramp now!
Sullivan ordered, but then seconds later, the LVT is hit and everyone is sent flying out. In the water, Miller struggles to film trying not to drown, but then someone pulls him out. It's Sullivan.
I got you, Miller! You're still in one piece!
Miller trolled, thanks for the save!
Plane's gone to shit! Well, plan's gone to shit. Tojo's got a defensive line dug in just behind the tree line.
Sullivan said. Yes, and... Miller started.
Okay, sorry, I was just having trouble here with my roller mouse here. We got heavy MG fire tearing up the beach!
Sullivan finished. The team even robots his defenses with machine gun nest.
Calling rocket strikes on those positions now!
Okay, Miller acknowledged.
What? No, yes, sir. No, none of the ranks. Just okay, and push button.
Yeah, they must be really good buddies. Hey, we know something about the characters.
Oh yeah, good point.
Miller throws a flare at that position, then takes out the radio, and a radio operator on another end said, Barraco Salvo Hevaco 81 Azimuth 35 Reds 28 on the way!
I had my brain just exploded because none of that made any sense. Barrage Salvo HE Waco 81 Azimuth 35 range 28.
I guess they are military codes?
Who's to say that this is real military code?
Yeah.
Could be made up, for all I know.
Then another is heard ordered to fire. A few seconds later, the Japanese positions are hit very badly by missiles. Yahoo! Miller shouted in victory.
Oh, so he's a Texan. That's another thing we found out about him.
Yeah, I kind of gave him a southern accent for some reason.
Good work, Marines! Regroup on the tree line! I don't know why I came out as an old man, but apparently he aged to a veteran already.
Roebuck congratulated, then ordered. Sorry.
It's alright.
Excuse me. Another artillery cell almost hits Miller, but Roebuck orders,
Move!
Polonsky sees a truck explodes an axe. Where the fire's coming from? As the team advances up to the island, Sullivan shouts,
Don't let him get a fix on you!
and Marion advancing says, What the hell went wrong? There wasn't supposed to be any resistance. As the smoke clears for what's left of the defenses, Sullivan said,
That rocket strike should have softened them up.
After reaching a fence, Miller said, Rockets are foolproof. Sullivan orders,
Rockets are so foolproof that even the fools would be... I have nothing. Never mind. Sullivan orders, Open over, guys!
Upon seeing dying Japanese and wimply Vulcan ones, Miller says, This will be the end of this lot. Sullivan orders,
Put him down!
Then Marines comply.
Well, it's not quite the, and then they did, but...
Can
also,
that be counted as a war crime?
yes, it could actually, if the soldiers are walking wimply, and I'm pretty sure that is a war crime of some description, especially if they surrendered.
Yes, you see, we didn't give them a chance to surrender, so they didn't even mention did they want to surrender or not. So
We just shot them just to save
gray
time.
area. Yeah, the team sees another MG nest set up in front of them. The team ducks for cover.
Flamethrower, move up!
Old Sullivan ordered. Then some flamethrower Maris charge up to the bunker and begin to unleash flames upon the helpless Japanese troopers inside. That'll warm him up, Miller said. Oh, God.
What happened to you? Did you lose something? It's because of a bad pun.
Yeah.
I get this feeling that someone's been watching too many action movies from the 90s.
Yeah. If I was in this kind of war situation, I wouldn't be throwing puns around.
Are you freaking kidding me? I would. I'd be like going, time to fill him full of lead.
Yeah. I guess it prevents you from going insane and acknowledging that you are killing human beings, but...
And also, you are insane. If you're making puns while doing it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
The team heads for the west when they hear Japanese shouting for bonsais.
Look out! Bonsai charge! A bonsai charge. I don't even know if that's even the proper way to use bonsai. Considering that the last time I heard the word bonsai was in a parody of a game show run by Japanese people.
Does it mean attack or something?
I don't remember bonsai. I think I remember some people in movies using the term bonsai for when they jump into water. So, okay, so we've answered our question. The Japanese people apparently are chucking themselves off and in their swimming trunks going banzai like cannonballs.
The team defend themselves for some. A banzai pins Miller down, and before the Jap could plunge the knife on the Arisaka into Miller's heart.
What? Arisaka into Miller's heart? Is the Arisaka must be a knife or something? No, wait, the knife on the Arisaka. Give me a moment, really quickly. Google, help us out here. Arisaka rifle is a family of Japanese military bolt-action service rifles. Huh. Approximately 1897, when it was replaced by the Murata rifle in World War II. Well, until the end of World War II in 1945. So, I'm trying to think if the dates are wrong on when the Arisaka should be in. But you know what, we don't have time for that, so...
Okay. Miller knocks the gun away and then stabs the bad guy in the eye, killing him. Miller takes his Arisaka to use himself.
Ah, my eye! I'm dead!
Also, I'm noticing that the author has chosen his side, so to speak.
Yeah, it seems like as if everyone is the Expendables. The Americans are the Expendables, and the Japanese are the everyone else.
The team continues on through the trenches, killing some Japanese. The team reaches a field and some Banzais charge out. Miller shoots one with the Arisaka pistol. Roebuck and Polonsky take care of the rest. The group reaches a building with a machine gun nest on the second floor. After grilling the outside, Sullivan ordered,
Get inside and clear them out!
Upon reaching the second floor and killing a Jap, Miller sees the mortar pit. Like your MG guns? They're mine now! Miller taunted, then begins shooting at the Japs in the mortar pits. After the mortar pits are done, enemy tanks appear. Roebuck shouted,
Call in those rockets! Miller!
Miller marks a tank and then rockets hit the tank. The driver is doomed. Miller did the same with the other one respectively.
Outstanding work. Out-fucking-standing work.
Sullivan admired.
I can't help but think of Christopher Walken, as overused as he is in our readings. But, just going, out-fucking-standing.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, baby.
This war needs more cowbell.
This war is a crime against humanity.
The team heads to a darker room. Miller asks, What do we do now?
Secure the surrounding area. What for the Major's orders?
Sullivan explained. When do we rest? Polonsky asked.
Soon, Polonsky. Soon.
Sullivan said. Then a double door on the end opens really light, and a Japanese Banzai charger outside. The charger stabs Sullivan in the liver. No! Miller yelled in horror.
I just can't help but think of this, like, someone bursting through the scenery, going like, Haha, now I got you! Take that.
Roebuck killed the charger with a gun. Roebuck rushes for his sergeant.
Sergeant.
Sergeant dead.
Sullivan, no! Hold on! You're gonna be okay! Corpseman! Don't call the corpse man. He'll become the corpse if you do that.
Sullivan. Pritz is dying, Pritz. Sullivan tells Miller.
Oh, I see that he's already decided to kill this character even before, he dies.
It's a classic war story trope. There's this older, experienced officer who nobly dies in the beginning of the war, so the novices have to survive themselves and become men or something.
Right then. Okay, so where were we? I'm sorry I got you into this. I guess you were right. The soldier I picked for this. I guess you are the right soldier I picked for this. Sorry, I misread that.
Miller began to develop tears in his eyes.
Oh yeah, he developed them like photos. Yes, lovely memories this shall be. My tears shall keep this moment forever.
Sullivan's line.
Roebuck, look after Miller. Make him a good Marine like I was. Don't let Polonsky down.
Sullivan said as blood came out of his mouth. This is a rather touching moment.
Yes, the blood is spewing forth everywhere like Kill Bill, and he's like, and it was so touched by this moment. Why, Sergeant?
Roebuck asked his sarge.
Because they're good men. Treat them like I did. I need to see the other Marines right now. Farewell, Roebuck.
Then Sullivan dies with a smile on his face.
Remembering that time I got in good with the sergeant's good books.
Oh, Sullivan, you were so good. This didn't have to end like this. Miller got to his knees and then shouted to the heavens, "Why, God?"
We're going down this route. Are you serious? We're gonna take from every war story we've ever heard.
Miller had lost a fellow sergeant. Roebuck swore.
I'll make those Japs pay. I swear it. And the end of this chapter, chapter 1.
Yeah.
Well, what do we think so far? Because so far, I don't know any of these people. I don't know where the frick we are other than Japan.
Oh, Sullivan, we hardly knew ye.
Yeah, literally, we didn't know you at all. Should really come back to Christmas dinners more often so then we can get to know you better. And suddenly I just realized that we invited a corpse to dinner, and me and Marty are just staring at it, like, awkwardly, like, would you like some meatloaf?
Yeah, these characters are rather interchangeable. But at least there was lots of action.
Yeah, action. Like I said, Michael Bay came to slap it upside the head. Just to have explosions everywhere.
Although I don't seen much of Michael Bay directed movies, but I distinctly remember they have some character interaction.
Oh yeah, wait. Actually, this would be a Michael Bay movie because it has two things. Lots of explosions, action, and characters you don't care about, and unnecessary patriotism.
Shall we continue to the next chapter?
Yeah, why not? And because it's chapter 2, I'll take over from here. Okay, chapter 2. Hard Landing. This sounds like a very terrible skateboarding game if I've ever heard one. Swamp on Peleliu. I do not know how to say this word properly, so please, every one of you, gut me for the right word. Sullivan is dead. Roebuck's best friend. And Strong Marine was gone forever. Yes, strong, it means he shoots guns really well. It was on to Roebuck to lead his brothers through the war.
What are they gonna do with Sullivan?
Miller asked. Roebuck shook his head, then said, "Arrangements have been made to take his body back to the States. Because apparently we have time for that." Polonsky told his sergeant.
I thought Sullivan would make it for sure.
The team reaches part of the swamp as Roebuck said. "We let our guard down, Polonsky. We won't let it happen again." Polonsky swipes an arm in frustration, saying,
What now?
I just imagine him swiping. When the term swipe is used, I always imagine either someone swipes something from someone, like they're stealing or nicking something from somebody's hand, like yoink, or swiping as in like they're just waving their arms around for no reason.
So I guess he took the hand of the Japanese they killed as a hunting trophy.
Oh, that's a good. That's an interesting one to go out with. Yeah, you imagine that being a good conversation starter. Like, okay, here's the moose's head I hunted, and there's a Japanese man's arm. Maybe you want to talk to me about that. Seriously, I want you to talk to me about it. Okay, I'm gonna carry on. The team runs through as Roebuck explains. Tojo's got a hold on a... Okay, sorry, my eyes got screwy then for a moment. Tojo's got a hold on pretty much everything to the west. Direct route runs right to the Japanese guns. We take the flank. It might get us wet, but it's not gonna get us killed. We regroup with the 5th when we're through this swamp. Roebuck concludes, stay sharp, and suddenly I'm reminded of that other movie that has a swamp and army men trying to escape it.
Predator?
No, it was another movie entirely. I forgot what it was about. I just know it was in a swamp and a forest to the area, going through muddy waters, and there's a chopper at the end that people got on. A lot of people died, of course. Anyway, upon reaching a downed plane, Miller says...
Oh, well, sorry, I lost the place. Miller says, that's not good.
Apparently Sonic is Miller. That's not good. The Polonsky. Apparently Polonsky is not a person, he's a thing now. He's a thing in this story, Marty.
Yeah.
The Polonsky looked at the plane.
Poor bastard must been shut down this morning.
Roebuck smells something from the plane. Fuselage is still smoking. Put that out. Could explode. Okay, it's still smoking. Check for survivors. A Marine goes up to the plane and sees a dead pilot laying on something. He's all snarled up on something. Snarled up on something? What a strange term. Then a grenade drops to the plane's floor. Shit! Grenades! The grenades go off, killing the Marine and destroying the plane that was smoking, because it was gonna die from smoking too much anyway. Destroying the plane, thus triggering an ambush. Oh,
it's a trap!
We have to have this line, even though Star Wars is not a war movie technically.
Yeah, it's a fantasy movie in sci-fi clothing.
Yes, a sci-fi fantasy movie that takes inspiration from Japanese movies. Yes, Japanese samurai movies. Miller shouted as multiple Japanese soldiers ran out of the tree line. Roebuck is tackled by a bonsai charger, in his swim trunks of course, but he throws the bad guy off and then stabs the Jap with his knife. Polonsky kills a bonsai charger, trying to get him. A lot of Japanese people are jumping apparently in this story. With their knees to their chest, like cannonballs.
Yeah, I guess it's supposed to scare the opponent when they jump and scream. Yeah!
Oh, I get it now. It's supposed to confuse the Americans. Of course, how could I be so blind? Then more Banzai chargers pop out of the swamp water. Wow, how long were they waiting there?
Yeah, they probably had some kind of straws.
Yeah, like the old-styled ninjas. Ambush! Keep them back! Even the ones underwater, even though we can't see them. Because I'm muddy. Roebuck ordered. Roebuck, Polonsky, and Miller, shoot off the Japanese soldiers! Shoot off! This sounds so wrong to me.
Yeah.
It's like... but the wrong kind of shooting.
Yeah. Go, hush!
After the squad is safe, Miller said with relief.
That was close.
What, already? That was this a quickie action?
Yeah.
Seriously, is this the equivalent to a quickie in action now?
I guess this is what playing Call of Duty feels like.
Oh, it's one of those wave-like things, I guess.
Yeah, it's trying to capture the gaming experience
Well,
in the written form.
Well, doing better than me than what I tried doing with Soul Calibur. Good lord. Where I just tried to literally make it into the literal gaming experience in writing form. Then more Banzai chargers pop out of the swamp water. Ambush! Keep him back! Roebuck ordered. Roebuck, Polonsky... Oh wait, I've already read this. Sorry. Upon seeing an exit to the marsh, Polonsky said,
I can't believe they booby-trapped our dead.
Then Miller said,
Well, that's one way of setting up an ambush.
yeah, just puts on sunglasses and smokes a big cigar while he says that.
Okay, Polonsky, just a few moments ago you shot a Japanese who could barely walk. You have no right to call them up
Yeah,
there.
I would have called this out, but I did not know which one of them shot the wimpy, injured Japanese people.
Oh yeah, that was Miller who shot them.
Yeah, I don't know who did it. I'm just gonna... Let's judge them all equally right now. Because they're all in this together right now. More Japanese pop out from the grass ahead of them. It's another damn ambush! Oh wait, Polonsky did
It's
that.
another damn ambush!
The Marines stopped the bad guy. Polonsky shouted. The Marines stopped the bad guys with their BAR machine guns.
Already another ambush?
Wow, these guys don't let up. It's like they come in wave formations or something.
Yeah, they're like a box.
Okay, it's Polonsky next.
Oh, I think we're kinda late. Sounds like the fifth's kicking ass.
Yes, the sound of them kicking ass is hearable, apparently. I just love this. Nearing the exit to the forest, a Marine shouts, "This is it! Marines, let's get 'em!" Upon leaving the forest, Roebuck shouted, "MG positions in the bunkers up ahead! Nambu artillery sitting right in the front of it!" Are we sure we're not in Japan right now because the military terms are getting to sound like it? Roebuck ordered, "Private, get a grenade up there!" Miller complies, then throws a grenade. A Jap is not so lucky and is blown up.
Let's rock, guys!
Miller shouted. The squad's heads through, killing many bad Japs. Okay, not everyone was bad back then. I'm just gonna say this now. Everyone was just trying to survive harsh times back then.
There are no bad people, only poor choices.
Poor choices and very, very poor leaders. And crazy ones. Miller even steals a Type 100 machine gun and kills some bad guys. I don't know why this made me laugh. Why did you laugh?
If you want your war story to be taken seriously, don't use the term bad guy in any context.
Yeah, and stealing machine gun. Because that makes the good guys look like the bad guys. Stealing from the bad guys, who are the good guys. Am I making any sense?
Yeah, and lifting a machine gun is not an easy task.
You have to have a really good body strength for that one, unless these guys do. The team reaches the bunker and take out as many Japs as they can. After clearing the bunker, Miller shouted,
One less bunker to worry about, guys!
Roebuck and his team sees a bunker with MG guns set up. Roebuck shouts, I want some suppressing fire on those MGs! The flamethrowers have to get to the bunkers! A Marine with a flamethrower tries to do it, but is himself shot. You mean he shot himself with the flamethrower? That's very... That's a good feat. I think that needs to be in the Guinness Book of World Records of some description.
Where he's only won a Darwin Award.
Polonsky shouts.
Miller, get the flamethrower!
Miller takes the flamethrower and gets himself in good position, then burns the bunker and the Japs inside. Miller gets to safety as it blows up. The team head through what's left of the insides, and Roebuck tells his men as the squad exits. Keep it together. Airfield's about a half-mile north. As the team rushes through the field, Miller hears the sound of a plane coming down. Miller sees another plane on fire, and sees another plane in a packet of crisps.
Roebuck, we just lost another one to the Japs.
Then Roebuck responds,
All the more reason to keep pushing. Every plane we lose makes the job harder. These plain-flavored crisps are really bad for me, but I'm gonna eat them.
I had to really put in that terrible joke, and I'm not sorry. In the grass ahead, more Japs shoot out as Miller shouts,
More in the grass ahead.
The team kills the Japs. Why am I can't help but think right now of a very awful joke, and I'm not going to say it because it's that terrible. Leaving the dunes, Roebuck sees a building ahead and a truck exploding. Enemies hold up in that building! The team heads to another part of the dunes and shouts, What's the skinny? What's the skinny? Why? This sounds more like a gangster be asking this question. What's the skinny?
Yeah, I guess they mean what's the situation.
Yeah, apparently soldiers could get away with saying any term, apparently, and not go with a uniform saying to a Marine. A Marine shouts,
The 7th just came in from the north.
Another Marine explains, They're trying to get the tanks onto the airfield, but it's a nightmare over there. The squad heads for a supply truck. Roebuck orders Miller, Load up some rifles. Miller, load up some rifles, grenades, and blow some. Blow some what? Blow some what? Blow some hookers. Blow some crisps. Blow some... I'm running out of things to blow.
You know, this war action is starting to get really tedious.
It's time to lose its steam.
Yeah.
Miller puts a grenade on his rifle, then shoots some MG guns all apart. Wait, he can shoot the guns apart? That takes a lot of doing in real life. The team heads in and captures the building. One last push, and we take the airfield, Roebuck shouts.
Then we can start bombing missions to Japan.
Awkward much? Even though I would prefer that we keep history in the forefront of our minds always, and without, feeling awkward about these things, but saying it in this context, a bit awkward if you ask me. Roebuck and his men see a big battle going on, and some tanks fighting some Japs, and their tanks.
Damn, this won't be easy,
Polonsky said. It never is. But Polonsky, we can win. We can win Operation Stalemate. You see how ridiculous this is?
Yeah.
I hope you understand this, folks. Roebuck told him. The team rushes through the area with the tanks covering them. The team reaches a trench with a bazooka, and Polonsky sees AA guns dead ahead. Miller spots 3 enemy tanks.
Wait, who's...
Polonsky.
Okay. Japanese air guns are zeroed on our planes.
Polonsky said. Then Miller assured. I think he means assured. Wait, maybe I read it wrong. Yes, maybe I read it wrong. Assured.
Yeah. We kill the tanks, then the AA gunners.
Brilliant! We can kill the tanks with normal guns. I'm putting my thumbs up so hard right now. Miller shoots the bazooka at a tank, destroying it. Polonsky throws a grenade under a tank. Then it explodes, killing all on board. Logic needs work. This is going beyond Michael Bay logic right now.
Yeah, putting a grenade under a tank doesn't kill everyone, it just makes it burn or something.
I think the best you can hope for with a grenade under a tank would be that you would hinder it slightly? I don't know, I'm not very good at these things. Then it explodes, killing all on board. Roebuck takes a bazooka out and aims carefully at a tank, then fires. The tank is hit hard and blown up. Okay, I can believe this at least. A bazooka, maybe. The team heads up the AA positions, and Miller burns the Japs on the first Anit air gun. Anit air gun. Anit is in my hair and is affecting my guns full of air. Roebuck and Polonsky take care of 2 more. Miller heads to the last one, and then he kills the last gunners.
Good night.
Polonsky taunted. Terribly, may I add. That's it, soldier. You're going back to taunting school.
Hey, not every taunt is a winner.
We have to get your degree. The squad regroups as Roebuck says, "Good work, Marines." Miller tells him,
Just another big day in the office.
Whose line is that?
Whose line is that anyway? Now let's give Major Gordon the good news. A Marine radios Gordon and tells him,
Yes, sir. The airfield has been held. Repeat, the airfield has been held.
Held in hand and will be thrown away out of hand. During this conversation, Polonsky fought to Roebuck. Apparently he fought to him, didn't say anything. He telepathically talked to him with his thoughts.
Those bastards almost had us.
Then Roebuck tells him, knowing exactly what he thought in his head, "Do whatever it takes." Polonsky goes up and sees more Japs and tanks heading for them.
Oh shit, we got a problem.
Roebuck radios, "Sir, Japanese reinforcements coming in north on the airfield. Request immediate air support." A pause. Then, "Yes, sir. Understood." All that tension. Oh, the dramatic tension. Dramatic pauses. Oh, that's what this story needed. To break up the monotony of action. As Japs approach, Miller tells his sergeant, I'm getting
the AA. I'll turn it against them.
Miller gets to one of the AA guns, then opens fire against some Japs. A truck stops to send out some Japs, and Roebuck on a machine gun stops them. Wait, what? A truck stops to send out some Japs, and Roebuck on a machine gun... Okay, I get it now, what he's trying to say. After minutes of intense battle, planes appear and take out the enemies.
Holy shit.
This sounds like Unreal Tournament now, all of a sudden. Have you ever played Unreal Tournament, Matty?
I have played Unreal and Unreal 2 The Awakening.
So... Because Unreal Tournament has this announcer guy that basically goes like, double kill, triple kill, holy shit! It's glorious. Alright, Polonsky said.
Now that was good.
Miller cheered as if he just bagged a woman in bed. A Marine radios Gordon. Yes, sir, the airfield has been held. Repeat, the airfield has been held. I am repeating this line just so you know that we actually are not losing this. Miller turns to Roebuck.
I bet Sullivan will be proud of us.
Roebuck chuckles. Like hell he'd be proud. Okay, chapter 2 has ended now.
Yeah, and there are 3 more to go.
So it's your turn now, Matty, to do the narration.
Chapter 3. Burn him out.
This sounds more like a heavy metal song. Like, burn him out! Burn him, burn him, burn him! Okay.
September 15th, 1944.
Yeah, it doesn't have the same ring as the Sabaton's hits song. But I guess it'll have to do.
Inside the trench, Miller gripped his flamethrower tight as Roebuck explained.
Our tanks are getting hammered by mortar fire. We need to clear these trenches and knock out each mortar pit. Get ready with that flamethrower.
Okay, we have objective-based combat thrown into the mix now.
Yeah, and they just suddenly changed from one location to another without any explanation.
With no one bringing them to there. I mean, at least Call of Duty stories had at least, you at least knew how they got to these places.
Miller charged as Roebuck shouted,
"Incoming!"
Then Polonsky shouted, MG up on that hill. As an MG shot some Marines advancing. It's tearing up our men.
It's tearing up our men. Oh, good lord.
Miller said to Roebuck, What the hell do we do, Sarge? Roebuck answered,
Throw some smoke for cover, or we'll get ripped to shreds.
Got it, sir.
Okay,
Miller...
finally, we got some strategy going on here. We got thinking.
Miller threw a smoke grenade at the hill-topped MG. The gunner could see nothing but smoke in his eyes. That'll take care of him, Miller said. The team headed through and saw some Japanese running as Roebuck shouted,
Go, Miller!
Miller pulled the trigger on the flamethrower and burned the running chaps alive.
All right, keep on them.
Roebuck ordered. The group headed straight on, as Polonsky said, First mortar peep up ahead! Roebuck ordered Miller.
Go, clear it out!
Miller ran up his flamethrower saying, It's time to put on the BBQ!
The barbecue? Really? We
Then open up.
Sorry, you carry on.
Open up his flamethrower on the entire Jap mortar crew. Japanese officer tries to slash Miller with a katana.
Katana?
Yeah.
I think you forgot an A for katana.
Yeah.
Also, I don't think any Japanese soldier would be using a katana back then in 1944.
Yeah.
Unless I'm wrong.
Katana is better than any other sword.
A katan? The katan have come for us.
But Miller punches him in the face, then knives the officer's heart.
Oh my gosh, really?
You got a sword? Screw you, I've got my fist in your face.
Ding! The turkey's done, sir. Miller said in Victor. Oh god.
What the heck is with this offer? Have we gone into this a mindless trip of some description?
One down. Move on, guys.
Roebuck ordered. The team fought through the trenches as a sniper from 3 shots a Marine. We got snipers in the trees, Polonsky noticed. Miller taking a Type 100 from a dead chap shoots the snipers from the trees dead. The group reaches the second mortar set up as Miller shouted, Let's kill him! Then Miller burst on chaps alive when Polonsky shot some with his M1 Garand. With all bad guys dead, Roebuck shouted,
Take it out! One more pit to clear!
Miller said to Roebuck, Do you think that when this is over I'll be having dinner with you, sir?
Oh, we have a romance here. I didn't realize we had romance.
Apparently?
I'm actually all for this. A gay couple in World War II times? Fighting together side by side?
Yeah, that would actually save this. Roebuck turned his head and said,
Dinner with you?
Miller patted his helmet. Yeah, man. I can probably eat when we get back to base. Roebuck replied.
Okay. Once this island is secure for our boys.
Oh, they're already planning for a family. This is... Oh, I'm so touched already.
Yeah. Good luck with that. The team continued through the trenches fighting off many chaps and even stopping MG baddies with smoke grenades. Also, don't use the word baddie.
Yeah, baddie is a slang that should not be used even in fan fictions, in my opinion.
The squad enters a tunnel as Roebuck said.
Get in there and clear the tunnels.
The group rides through and even an open roof, shooting as many Japs as possible.
Gotta make room for the boys.
They reach the final mortar pit and see many Japs mortaring many tanks and an officer watching them. Miller burns the grunts up. Roebuck points his Thompson gun at an officer and shouts,
Get your hands up!
"Oh, they actually take a prisoner."
Oh, so they're not gonna shoot somebody dead when they're injured for once.
The officer turns and shows 2 cars on the left side of his face. "My name is Yumiguro, the officer of this pit. I thank you for making it this far."
Oh, he's gonna congratulate us for... He's gonna congratulate them for completing the game, apparently.
Polonsky shouted, "Who cares? Hands up, man!" Yumiko shakes his head. "I'm afraid I can't." Then he takes out a katana.
Oh, no, please, no.
Miller throws his flamethrower and throws off his shirt, revealing his muscular build.
What? Screw the gun! I'm just gonna, I'm gonna reveal my manly chest like Gaston.
Let's wrestle like gentlemen.
That sounds like more like a British army man would say. Alright, good old chap, let's wrestle like good old men.
The Marine gets into a fighting stance, then charges at the officer. Yumiguro starts by swinging his katana right, but Miller dodges.
Swings his katana. By swing his katana. Grammar. Have you... Author. Do you need it? Oh man, katana. That's my favorite Mortal Kombat character in the future. Okay, it's katana, not kitana. Sorry, guys. Very deadly.
Roebuck said. Yumiguro comments, "You are as bad as your lovely country, American."
Lovely country. That says a lot when your enemy is complimenting you for the country as is lovely. More than his country, apparently.
Yeah, he compliments their country at the same time while insulting it. That's an achievement.
How is it possible?
Miller said, "I may be small, but I can hit hard." He ends by punching Yumiguro in the face.
He's small, but yet he's muscular.
Yumiguro swings his weapon diagonally left, then right as Miller dodges. Yumiguro swings, giving Miller a little cut in his arm.
This sounds more like a horse race right now. Like, Yumiguro swings his weapon diagonally to the left, then the right as Miller dodges. Yumiguro swings, giving Miller a little cut in his arm.
Miller responds, "I don't want to give my country the sweat off my balls to Japan."
What? I don't want to give my country... I don't want to give my country the sweat off my balls to Japan.
What that even means?
He doesn't want to give the country his sweat up from the balls to his Japan. So he's giving 1 testicle each to each of them?
Then punches Yumiguro 4 times, then gives a swift kick to his stomach.
This is okay. This has devolved from Call of Duty shooting everything to let's put a Chinese martial arts movie in this.
Does Call of Duty have boss fights?
Don't really remember, to be honest. I don't even know if that's... People in the comments, if you see this video all and get to this point, please tell me if there's boss fights in Call of Duty games.
Yumiguro gets up, shaking his head. "You're a dead man!" he shouts. I'm a made fucking man.
I'm a made fucking man. When did this come out? I have to know. This was written in 2010. Was Linkara's, I'm a man thing popular back then?
I guess.
Because that's the only reason I can think of this line ever existing in any fiction.
Yumikuro prepares to shoot Miller, but Roebuck is quick and shoots the officer in the head. The Japanese officers fall onto one of the mortars.
Okay, so let me get this straight. We had a fist fight, only to be ended with shot to the head. Just to kill the scene. Literally.
Yeah. Apparently this Yumikuro decided, I fought enough. Let's do Indiana Jones to this guy, and then Roebuck does.
Outstanding! But now we got Mortal Kombat references. Great.
Roebuck said in victory.
And he put the victory sign, and then he's put on posters everywhere.
A radio communicator radios. A radio communicator radios. Oh, radio is used as a verb.
That just doesn't sound right to me still, even though it probably should.
Sir, the mortar pits have been neutralized. Tanks are now en route to the point.
Miller points to one of the tanks. Hey look, Polonsky! Polonsky turns and shouts, tanks are moving up, as tank advance onward. Another point of Peleliu Island secure in the bad, Miller said. Roebuck tells his men,
Radio command, tell them we've cleared the mortar pits, which we've already just told them. Good work, Marines.
Miller walks to the charge and then shakes his hand in congratulations. End of chapter.
You just need the American flag waving behind the hands now. Like, that's what you need for this. This fan fiction is a Michael Bay movie with gay romance and a Chinese martial arts movie put into it at the same time.
Yeah, that was rather entertaining, the fist fight.
Yeah, I mean, someone must have complained about the action, because then fist fights all of a sudden.
Although I guess that Japanese guy used a katana through the whole fight, which is rather impressive that Miller managed to survive it.
Yeah. Anyway, let's go on to chapter 4. The chapter title is Chapter 4, Relentless. I have no joke for this, other than it sounds like a movie title. Right, now I'll get going. The point of Peleliu, Miller, Polonsky, and Roebuck sat on one of the tanks heading up the hill. The armor may be enough to fight the Japanese to their homeland, but infantry would be helping out on foot. Miller turned to Roebuck.
This is getting to be a bumpy ride, Sarge. What's the plan?
200mm on point, still has White Beach targeted. We all saw firsthand with that meat when we hit shore.
Meat? Are we having a bacon sandwiches? Please tell me there's bacon sandwiches. I would kill for a bacon sandwich right now.
Any attempt...
Oh wait, what are you about to say something, Matty?
Just saying that bacon is overrated, in my opinion, but...
Each to their own, I say.
Yeah.
Any attempt to bring in reinforcements just leads to the same outcome, Roebuck explained. Yeah, because, funny that, Operation Stalemate leads to the same outcome. It's a funny thing, that is,
Yeah, I think the author may have wanted to name the operation Checkmate, but used the wrong term.
Possibly, but I doubt that. Polonsky put a hand on his head in frustration.
A fucking bloodbath.
Oh, says you. Says all of you. Don't tell me this is gonna be a glorified war story that basically tells us, war is so bad.
It's gonna be a massacre,
Miller said. Yeah, well, Major Gordon suspended any further landings until the guns are knocked out, Roebuck told Polonsky. While Miller looked to the top, he said,
What's the deal with all this?
Roebuck explained to his squad.
Now listen carefully. I have to say this line from Hello Hello. Listen carefully. I can only say this only once. And I don't know if Matty will even know that British sitcom.
What British sitcom it was?
Hello Hello. It's basically a comedy that takes place in France when it was invaded by the Germans and taken over under Nazi rule in World War II.
Okay, I don't know.
Okay.
Now listen carefully. Tojo's got a network of tunnels and caves running through the whole damn rock. We're trying to flush them out with dogs, but we all know how stubborn these bastards are. Be prepared for close quarter fighting. They'll come at us from all sides. Watch each other's backs. Don't get caught. Don't use your guns at all costs, because that would be the cleverest thing to do.
Suddenly, Miller could hear the sound of a shell coming.
Incoming!
Polonsky shouted, which apparently he's too cool to shout. The tank in front of the team is hit pretty hard and destroyed. Find some cover fast! Go, 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 go! And now I'm thinking of Starship Troopers or something along those... Well, Starship Troopers.
How many people are in this squad? It seems there's only 3 guys.
Yeah, 3 people. It's like, we got Schwarzenegger, Stallone, and the third guy. Who do you want to make as the third guy in this? Take your pick. You have Chris Statham, or what you call that guy?
Jason Statham.
Yeah, Jason Statham. Sorry, I do not know modern action movie stars. Anyway, let's just carry on. We'll be here all night. Fine, so go. Roebuck shouted, and he and Miller and Polonsky, we do not put commas in this because we're too cool for that, jumped off the tank they rode, because the tank would have been a lot more safer. Get to cover now! Roebuck shouted. Then the squad finds safety in front of a fallen tree. Ah, the earliest casualty of war. The trees.
Japanese infantry behind the tree!
And now I can't help but think of Japanese soldiers on one side of the tree, the Americans on the other side of the tree, taking in turns to rise up going choo-choo-choo, shooting each other.
Yeah.
Like in one of those comedies.
Yeah, Call of Duty's combat is, if I remember correctly, it's cover-based.
Yeah, it does have some colour-based shooting going on. Japanese infantry behind the tree. Oh yeah, that's a good point. Now we have cover-based shooting in this fanfiction. Add it to the list. Polonsky saw some Japanese soldiers.
I see him!
Miller shouted as the squad fights some of the Japs' artillery, rains down on some fighting Marines.
What the hell is that, man?
That man is a man. Were you expecting Whistling Dixie? The Addams Family? Miller asked, concerned.
We got artillery coming from the northeast.
Polonsky blurted out.
Oh, Paul.
We need to move up and knock 'em out.
Roebuck ordered. The team fights up the hill, shooting at some bad guys in the process. Like, pew, 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 pew. This is like Gradius. They saw the first artillery position and killed the bad guys there.
That's one dead.
All those Japanese people, and you shot one person, apparently. You are awful at shooting, sir. Miller said in victory, quite prematurely, my add.
There's another one up ahead. Clear it out so our tanks can move forward.
Roebuck ordered as he saw another artillery position. The team heads up to the second artillery position, firing at many bad guys as they can. And now I have the tempted to say it like this. Eventually, they see their target. Banzai Charge tries to kill the Polonsky, but he knocks him to the ground, then shoots him in the head. Like, pew pew, the captain of the gun crew takes out a sword and prepares to kill Miller,
but he times his aim and shoots the captain in the head.
Seriously, this sounds like as if it's a report done by a 10-year-old.
Yeah. English may not be the Souther's first language.
I would not know where the author comes from. It's Miller. Last call for shells.
Last call for shells.
Last call for shells, as in we're gonna have drinks of shells. Miller said.
I think.
Oh, yeah, that is Miller.
I
Sorry.
think we've taken them all, sir.
Miller said to Roebuck.
Roebuck smiled. So far, so good, Marine. Move along the gully, and that will not be my famous last words that will bite me in the butt later.
The team head along.
Must be quiet around here.
Quiet. It's not quiet, everyone. It's quiet. We've been saying it wrong all these years. Miller was suspicious of Japs.
What's the trees?
I know this should be taken seriously because, wartime, everyone could be hiding in the trees, but now I just can't help but think of a very suspicious Miller being suspicious of the enemy that he has to be suspicious of, and then just loses track of the enemy and thinks, the trees are more suspicious. Polonsky ordered.
Yeah, this fig likes to state the obvious.
Oh, you broke up a bit there. Could you repeat that for the audience for clarity?
Yeah, this fig seems to state the obvious.
Right. The squad climb over a downed tree in the way and reach a war zone. Bombs rain down on some positions, and a tank.
Damn it! Do the Air Force know we're here?
Polonsky was worried.
I think so, Polonsky.
Miller replied. The group takes cover as Roebuck orders, "Head down!" The team sees a flame tank ready to go to work on some Japanese.
I think that's Roebuck.
Yeah, our tank should be able to provide some cover as we close in around the hill, but it'll be up to us to clear the caves. Stay in cover till they finish their run.
Jogging run, of course, like, gotta work those glutes. As the flame tank heads through and burns some baddies alive, Roebuck orders, "Stay with the tank. Use it for cover." I'm trying to think what word he was meant to say with "star."
Stay, I think.
Maybe. Anyway, the flame tank burns some trees containing some Japs. They're actually in the trees, not actually against the trees or anything, apparently. The tank turns its gun left and burns an MG position. The Japs rush out of the cave entrance to stop Roebuck, but the tank saves them and burns the Japs like a Christmas tree.
What?
Wow! This author must have had some really heavy metal Christmas or something. Because why else would they say light burns it like a Christmas tree? I would understand if it says light up like a Christmas tree, but inside the cave, a commanding officer named Nobukasa Okudaira was watching his men bombard the US tanks and some infantry. Nobukasa turned to one of his men.
"How is the battle outside?"
The Jap said.
Not cool. More tanks keep pouring up the hill. We could be doomed in here soon.
I think I should say this right now. We are very, very sorry about the accents we are pulling in this right now. Nobukasa ordered, "Send some more men outside and take care of them." The soldier bowed.
Hi!
Now I think about it, we more like dubbed Chinese, English dubbed to Chinese martial arts movies right now. which are comical in their own right. Back to Roebuck and his team. It's like an announcer who just finished interviewing the Japanese and suddenly goes like, and now back to Roebuck. The group have just entered the cave, and Roebuck says,
This is it, guys. Clear out those caves.
Roebuck, Polonsky, and Miller, the only free people who are doing anything in this war, apparently. No British, no Germans, no one else is in this war.
Well, this actually is a rather good representation of the Call of Duty experience, as nothing is happening until the player character moves forward.
That's a good point. Right, let me see. Okay, Roebuck, Polonsky, and Miller first see an MG position and some Japs when they turn left.
Here's one for Dojo!
Miller threw a grenade at the MG gunner. Then the gunner is blown up. Polonsky takes care of the other Japanese as Roebuck beats one to death. A bit harsh, don't you think? The team clears part of it out, then heads through the corridor of the cave and reach the artillery position and Nobukasa, who has a Type 100 machine gun. Miller Thompson's the Japs at the gun to death. Wait, Miller Thompson's the Japs at the gun to death.
Thompson is apparently a gun?
I think it might be, but
yeah, it was mentioned before.
Yeah, but Thompson's the Japs. Thompson's the Japs. That does not come off as serious.
Yeah.
I must admire. Oh wait, let me see.
Nobukasa's line.
Yes.
I must admire the man who never gave up. Today, you and your friends die here, American scum.
This sounds like something made by a propaganda film in the United States. Nobukasa said, cocking his machine gun. He then proceeds to fire at Miller, who runs for cover. You are as cowardice as a race. No words are coming out of my mouth. We're confusing Hitler's master race thing with Japan, apparently.
I think Japan had some kind of master race thing going on, but it was maybe more about nationality than race, but I don't know.
Alright. Nobukasa taunted. Miller told him,
Give up the cannon, I'll let you go peacefully.
With more bullets in you. Seriously, he's not gonna let him go peacefully, is he?
There's 3 against 1.
Good point.
I must say, your friend was entertaining when my friend stabbed him.
Nobukasa told the Marine. Roebuck had a shocked face.
What? Sullivan?
Nobukasa shot at Miller, who ran to dodge the bullets. Yes, run towards the bullets to dodge the bullets. If I'm thinking this correctly. None of this dodging to the side, malarkey. Okay.
I guess by the battle's end, you will be joining him in death soon.
Nobukasa laughed evilly. Ha 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 ha. This would be a mistake sooner or later. Thanks for cluing us in on this, author. Roebuck snuck up behind Nobukasa and grabbed him by his collar and proceeded to bash him against the cave wall, as he said with each wall thrust, Don't ever insult my first sergeant and best friend like that. Whoa. This I am speechless at this. I have no words. Do you, Marty?
I guess not.
He brought Nobukasa over to the view where the gun was looking. Some tanks. Hey, gun! Get back to work. Stop looking at those female tanks. They have great bodies, I know, but still.
This is how Americans wins wars. Eventually.
In stalemate. I'm sorry, I need to harp on this.
Read the next line, that is golden.
Then Roebuck throws the officer off to his death. He throws him to his death. Apparently that was not enough. Bashing his head in against the cave wall.
There's no kill like overkill.
Yes. It's like, he's not... Okay, he's dead. He's not dead enough in my view. Okay. As Roebuck, Polonsky, and Miller viewed the other Americans heading for the island, Roebuck turned to a radio operator and said, "Call it in." He then threw a lit flare to the motionless MM gun.
How many Marines did we lose taking this rock?
Already too many?
Oh, really? I couldn't guess because there's only 3 of you in this story.
And it wasn't not much mentioned at which points those other supposed Marines died.
Yeah. Because they've not been concentrating on that aspect. It's like... I'll save that for later.
Already too many,
was Roebuck's answer. Miller looked up and said,
"Thank you, big man."
"Thanks, God. You help us at every turn of this war, apparently." Himself to Sullivan, wherever he was. Oh, Sullivan's gone now, apparently. The operator said,
"Relay the message to Major Cordon. The artillery on the point has been knocked out." "Yes, sir."
Who are you saying yes, sir, to? Is he intercepting the... whatever Gordon was going to say? Miller said to Roebuck, I think we'll be
good friends after all, man."
Oh, yeah. Good friends. Unless he's been friend-zoned after, a very bad first date. Roebuck wiped sweat from his head, then said, "I think so." Miller had an idea.
"How about we have dinner when we get to base?"
You and your freaking dinners! Roebuck and Polonsky nodded at that. Okay, so I'm not imagining this, am I? Am I imagining this? Tell me, Marty.
I guess it's real.
Okie dokie.
Okay, one more chapter.
Right, the last chapter, and we're done with this.
Chapter 5, Remembering Sullivan.
Oh, so we're actually going to have... The final chapter's going to be one of those chapters where we look back at the person we've lost?
Yeah.
Memorial, that sort of thing?
Headquarters on Peleliu. So many Marines were enjoying their long-deserved rest after the success of taking the entire island. 2 of such were Roebuck and Miller, who were eating their dinner and drinking coffee and sitting with each other.
Because apparently we can have coffee and good dinners in World War II.
Yeah, coffee was heavily regulated.
Yes, and if it's anything to go by from Baldric, from Blackadder goes forth, replacing coffee with mud was a big thing.
On Miller's tray was a bowl of soup, a hamburger, a biscuit, and 2 apples.
Oh, well, that's a feast in World War II!
Roebuck's tray had chicken, peas, a cheese pizza, a hot dog, and a beer next to it.
Are you freaking kidding me? This goes overboard than a feast.
Yeah. So, sir, when was your first meeting with our first sergeant? Miller said after sipping his drink. Roebuck replied.
It was while I was at school.
Miller took a bite of his hamburger, then said,
We replaced action with the action of biting of burgers.
Oh man, that long. Roebuck nodded.
Now that I think about it, Roebuck makes me think of RoboCop. Just because of how it sounds closely similar.
Sullivan saw me while I was being bullied by some big guys.
Oh, not bad guys?
Sullivan had gotten very pissed and drove off the fuckers.
Not off, of the fuckers.
So Miller cut some of his apples.
Oh, so he's already done eating his burger after that one line.
Sullivan is one person I think of. The other are my Renaissance team members. Reconnaissance team members every time I sleep in bed.
Don't worry, son. We'll get this war over fast and clean.
I thought it was already over.
Hell, Nimps is probably pissed right now.
Wait,
Nimitz?
Who's Nips? Who's Nimps? Nimitz.
A character from the game, I think?
I have no idea at this rate.
I'm not sure if any of these characters are in the game.
No. Usually when Call of Duty games, you play as a different named soldier every time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so there's actually no one soldier you follow in a series of Call of Duty games. Though, mind you, there's a couple of times where you switch perspectives in some Call of Duty games from what I've heard. Anyway, let's see.
Polanski might be slacking off at another table, but between you and me, I'll make an exception.
You're narrating, remember?
Oh, Roebuck chuckled.
Yeah, the private is somewhat very funny to me. If I see Tojo face to face.
He gestures his thumb across his neck, making a screeching sound that almost disturbed the other Marines.
Apparently, this was so loud, everyone in the base heard it.
Miller jumped from his seat. Oh, wow. I bet we could off the bad Jap guy himself. I don't remember what happened to Tojo in the end.
No.
Roebuck had a bite of some of his peas, then said,
Let's not tell Sullivan's family when we get back.
What?
What? Wait, let's not tell them what? Let me get this. Whoa. Let me go back here. We're not going to tell Sullivan's family what? That he was killed by Japanese people?
Yeah, I give them a benefit of doubt and say that they don't tell how he died. But I guess they have to tell them that he died.
What? Are they just going to sugarcoat it by going like, oh, Sullivan has gone on eternal vacation. Yes.
Or at least Sullivan when we get to heaven, Miller replied. What was that line? The spelling mistakes are getting more numbers the longer we...
more like the continuity of this conversation is becoming a disaster in itself.
The Marine had always loved the good sergeant who was Sullivan. He was rough sometimes, even to Roebuck. The man had saved Miller once while on Macking.
I dream about Sullivan every night. I spend in my bunker.
No.
Oh, there is more than once romance going on here.
Yeah, apparently it's like that song, you know. Instead of in the Navy, it's in the Army.
So I guess Miller is a consolation love to Roebuck.
That's kind of sad. He's the rebound. love interest.
Miller thought up something, then said, "How about you and me share a bunk bed tonight?"
Oh!
That's for me to substitute for Sullivan.
Oh! This is... I'm pretty sure someone is getting their rocks off on this. Either man or woman.
Yeah, well, it doesn't directly say do they have a romance or not. It's just our interpretation of the thing.
Mm-hmm.
It does make this fic more interesting if we think it like that.
Yeah.
Roebuck nodded.
Okay, son.
Okay, this is going to be really weird, so could you please don't call him son during the moment?
The two friendly Marines finished their dinner, then head for their bunk bed. Miller got on top while Roebuck had at the bottom one. What kind of gift can we get for your family before we get back, sir?
How about you as my first wife?
Miller was curious. Roebuck said,
Maybe a good book from Japan from my girl?
Miller grinned. I bet she'll like that.
Yeah, she'll like a book from Japan that she can't read.
And when I get home, I'll bring my family for a nice, beautiful crab dinner.
Sounds good to me. I had one before I joined the army. Miller commented. The commander of the base shut off the lights as Polonsky struggled to reach a bunk.
Watch your step, Polonsky.
Roebuck reminded.
Oh, sorry.
Polonsky had some trouble, but then made it to his bed.
Night, Roebuck.
Night, guys.
Roebuck said, then fell asleep with a happy face.
This is how it ends!
Yeah!
This is how it ends!
I think author was going to write more, but then abandoned it. Is my theory.
Yeah, it feels like it as well, because it doesn't feel like a real ending. And from the looks of it, this fanfiction was posted on April 30th, 2010, and was updated last on June 8th of 2010, meaning to me that he gave up on this fanfiction.
Yeah, there's not even any reviews of it.
Really? There's no reviews?
Yeah.
This is... Wow. This is kind of sad.
Yeah, well, it was an entertaining ride for the most part.
Yeah, it's entertaining, but it goes into the... would put it into the average pile of when it comes to fan fiction terribleness. There's not much here to make fun of, other than this, other than the slight quirky moments that we interpreted from this story. But I would say we had fun reading this, wouldn't you say, Marty?
Yeah, with all those America thing that was going on here.
I must admit, though, it could have been worse on the patriotism, but it definitely glorifies war in the wrong period of time, since World War... I mean, let me think of... We had such games that depicted World War II wars as this awful place to be in. This place of suffering. And here comes this guy basically say, we had feasts and everything in this time.
Yeah, I've seen someone playing the first Call of Duty, and its depiction of war was kind of an harmless ride, because it doesn't really go into the gore. Yeah, I guess it's true what they said in The Simpsons, that war is not funny unless it's World War II, American Independence War, or Star Wars.
I agree with that last one, at least. So yeah, we're done here now. So
Yeah, I guess we return to our lives.
yes. So as the curtain draws a close on this night, we hope that you all enjoyed our random little reading of this little fan fiction and reenacting this for you on the stage of YouTube in our weird, quirky way. Actually, I don't even know if I should call this quirky.
I guess it's quirky enough. Especially that fist fight katana scene.
The fist fight and the unintentional gay romance that makes the story interesting for the wrong reasons. Or the right reasons, depending on where you're sitting. So yeah, as I was saying, we thank you all again for joining us, and if we do more of this, then it'll be fun if you could all join us again.
Comment and subscribe. Subscribe.
Yeah, surprise me with subscribes! And check out Hedonistic Actors YouTube, which will be in the comments below. So, good night, everybody.
Good night.
And take care of yourselves.
War never changes.
USA is dominate. I am crying tears. I am crying tears.